which is we'll be putting that on, yeah, the new skin. That's our thickness. Nothing here has changed, okay? If you know what I'm saying. This dimension hasn't gone up or down or in, so this is still static, right? So we measure from here to the outside after, and we get our 39. That gives us our finish. We've got it written on here, yeah? 39 millimeters. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while. You'll notice in a second the bus has gone out of the garage. I haven't finished it, right? So it's still to do. There's a couple of jobs left to do on it. What I have got to do is a pair of 1966 Beetle doors. You will have seen them on the side lying up against the rack there. I've made a start on them. I'm going to show you the reasons why I've done what I've done, and you'll join me for 90% of the work is to do yet. Yeah, I just got to start in, and you know, assessment is the first thing, of course. So I'll just show you as I speak. Yeah. Okay guys, so we have a pair of these, okay, and just so that you'll see over there on the right hand side behind my trolley, there's another one to be done, okay? So you haven't really missed anything, okay? So we had rust issues all along here on the inside ledge. So this is the door. So this is part of the door. And then you have the door skin, okay? So we have a door skin here, and all of this area I've marked up to do cuts and repairs. So if you haven't done Beetle doors before, then this you'll find, I'm sure you'll find it a great help. We have rot issues, as you can see. Yeah, lots of rust holes. Along this area here was black. This is the bottom of the door, guys, which would be a driver's door if you're stateside, or a left-hand door is what we'd call it. So as you can see, we have rust, lots of rust, and especially on the corners, okay? So I'm going about this corner, and I'm going to try and make it the easiest way possible for me, okay, without taking out the rivets. We'll see how that goes. So as regards rivets, you've got one here, right? Yeah, the bottom corner of the door here. You've got another one here, and you've got one there, and it's riveted onto a frame that's in the inside, right? And the frame is pretty heavy duty, and I'm going to keep that, as opposed to what you'll, if you buy these replacement panels, and these are the same panel pretty much internationally, okay, there is differences in the panels, and that's what you got to watch out for, okay? So what we've got in the inside of this panel, if you look, as you can see there, that's really light, okay? It's like 0.9 of a millimeter, okay? So it's not very strong, and you can see that it's spot welded there. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spot welds on it there, yeah? And it's spot welded around on the outsides as well. So what I've done, guys, is, and what you'll see me doing, I'm going to talk you through a little bit of it first. So like I said, this whole area here needs replacing. So what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that the piece that you're going to put on to the door is identical. And if it's not identical, you have to find out where it's not and what's different about it, rather than running into problems later. For example, I have here in the center, I have it marked at 52.5 millimeters, And at the end here, I have got 48 millimeters. Yeah, you can do feet and inches if you want, you know, do it in inches. So those 3 parts are critical, because when you put your skin on afterwards, and like I say, we're going to be cutting all this out, then you don't want to lose the dimensions. So, and the first part of my repair starts with the door, okay? Like I was saying, there's in here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to get to see this or not. I'll try and get a light on it for you. Okay, so you see in there, it's actually, it sits up just there, yeah? You see, and you'll see there's a rust hole. And what you have is, you have this bracket, yeah? And that bracket goes down inside the door, the bottom of the door. Bear with me, guys, yeah? So it goes down inside the bottom of the door, and you can see, hopefully now, you'll be able to get a view of what we're looking at. So it's spot welds, basically. It's spot welds, yeah, to the door. Yeah. Now, when we cut this open, and you'll see how I go about it, but you see, I have marked roughly where the 52.5 millimeters is on here. I've also transferred that across at the same distance on there. I've also marked this area on the new skin. Yeah, the door, it's the door frame really. Yeah. And I'll be cutting that and relieving it so that we have the same, it comes up in height in here, yeah? You can see in there, there's a hole on the left, and that's where there was a spot weld and it's rotted out, okay? So there, I need the light. And then the other one over here is a spot weld. You can just make it out there on the right, yeah? Okay. Like I said, there's lots of holes along here, yeah? And it's completely cracked and broken around there. You can see that, yeah? And when we get to this this area here, what I've done is, because this is so strong, the metal on the inner frame that carries the hinge, it's really strong. So what I've done is I've cut up here and I've cut out the rotten piece. I'll show you that, look, you see. So that would have been there like that. And it comes up here, there's 2 little, you can see that there. And that's that shape there on the bottom of the repair panel. Now I've made lots of measurements to make sure that everything is in the right place. And the reason I'm not putting the whole thing in, guys, is you see these holes here on this panel. The holes for the door pad, yeah? They don't line up exactly the same here. They're misaligned, right? So on the new panel, the holes are further this way. So, you know, by like 1/4 of an inch or whatever. So, you know, you got, like I said, you got to make sure that the piece that you're going to replace, it needs to be, you know, your replacement piece needs to be perfect. So like I said, you got to watch out for this piece here in the middle, right? So we'll be cutting that and bringing it forwards, bringing it up so that it won't foul. And we'll be able to spot weld it to the bracket here that holds your window winder, yeah? So that's, I think, you're up to date on where I'm at with it. And just so that you didn't see this piece, I'll just show you this. So I started my repair here at the top hinge, okay? And as you can see from here up, this is the outer skin, right? Coming around the corner. And that was okay, yeah? Just there. But from here down, it was rotted. And the door, this lip on the door was rotted as well. So just to show you what I'm talking about there, you can see now the channel along there, right? So this has now been formed and made and welded in. So I made this piece in one section, just this piece. And of course it has to be shrunk because there's an arc to the door. Yeah? There's an arc. So it had to be shrunk. I stayed at the bottom of this opening. So if you haven't got, you know, rust in that area there, you can stay below it. And I got my weld just along there. So that was the first piece, that one piece here. Yeah. Then I made this piece, which is the second piece. Yeah. And you can see I've been welding. Yeah. And I think you know the process by now. Yeah. You put on some tacks and need a light there. Yeah. So, and then you clean it back. Take your time. Do it slow. And it all works out okay. So what I'm going to be doing next, guys, is I'm going to be cutting this piece here and putting it in here, fitting it in here and getting around this corner. Then after we get around the corner, I'm going to be going on down. So the idea of dye on here is I wanted to, you know, darken it so that I can get my scribe line all the way along the top here is where I'm going to be cutting, right? And then I'll be cutting that panel, the repair panel. Now, the repair panel, again, more issues. You can see you see the corner on this. It's a nice corner, okay? Sharpish. And this corner on here is really relaxed. A lot softer corner altogether than the one on the door. So when we get to that, you know, we're going to have to work with that and get around it, you know, and make it look original. Of course, dimensions are the critical thing. It doesn't matter how it looks afterwards once the dimensions, you know, once the door fits in the aperture and all that. So that's where I'm at, guys, with this one. I'll hang you up and we'll get stuck into this corner piece, right, and see how we get around that. Okay, so next we get stuck into this corner, yeah? Work our way out of this piece. And then we get onto the line, like I said, yeah? Complete bottom. Now remember, the outside skin, yeah? That's the outside skin, see? Can you see that? So the outside skin is just sitting along there. This is actually the door that's completed here. Spot welds. So the plan is to leave this, yeah, because we've got that really strong backing. That's already pressed and there's no rust around there. So I'm going to put the bottom piece of the lip on here, yeah, from a cut. You'll see that done. I'm going to continue around the corner here, spot weld the new piece on here to the inside, yeah, and just cut what I need. As you can see now, I've cut this out, right? Now this is the bit I was telling you that the replacement sill doesn't have this, yeah, so we've got to put that into the replacement sill before we do anything really, because it won't be right. That has to be put in, yeah. So you're going to get a, now you can see the bracket inside, yeah, see it in there? That's the bracket that holds your window winding mechanism, see there? So, and that's when you look in through, I don't know if you can see or not, but yeah, when we come around out here, little confusing, but you can see what I'm talking about now, yeah? You can see it in there. That comes into the bottom here, right? And is spot welded to the inside of the door frame, which is, you know, if we press that back up there, that would be, yeah, the existing. We've got to do the plug welds now. 2 plug welds. There's some rust in there as well, so it had to come out anyway. And then we've got to put that impression into our sill, our replacement sill, which I tried to get in here as well, and it's really tight, but I'll show you. Like I said, remember we had 39 millimeters from the outside skin, which is, we'll be putting that on, yeah, the new skin. That's our thickness. Nothing here has changed, okay, if you know what I'm saying. This dimension hasn't gone up or down or in, so this is still static, right? So we measure from here to the outside after, and we get our 39. That gives us our finish. We've got it written on here, yeah, 39 millimeters. So the plan is to leave this, yeah, because we've got that really strong backing. That's already pressed and there's no rust around there. So I'm going to put the bottom piece of the lip on here, yeah, from a cut. You'll see that done. I'm going to continue around the corner here, spot weld the new piece on here to the inside, yeah, and just cut what I need. As you can see now, I've cut this out, right? Now this is the bit I was telling you that the replacement sill doesn't have this, yeah, so we've got to put that into the replacement sill before we do anything really, because it won't be right. That has to be put in, yeah. So you're going to get a, now you can see the bracket inside, yeah, see it in there? That's the bracket that holds your window winding mechanism, see there? So, and that's when you look in through, I don't know if you can see or not, but yeah, when we come around out here, little confusing, but you can see what I'm talking about now, yeah? You can see it in there. That comes into the bottom here, right? And is spot welded to the inside of the door frame, which is, you know, if we press that back up there, that would be, yeah, the existing. We've got to do the plug welds now. 2 plug welds. There's some rust in there as well, so it had to come out anyway. And then we've got to put that impression into our sill, our replacement sill, which I tried to get in here as well, and it's really tight, but I'll show you. Like I said, remember, we had 39 millimeters from the outside skin, which is, we'll be putting that on, yeah, the new skin. That's our thickness. Nothing here has changed, okay, if you know what I'm saying. This dimension hasn't gone up or down or in, so this is still static, right? So we measure from here to the outside after, and we get our 39. That gives us our finish. We've got it written on here, yeah? 39 millimeters. 52.5 in the middle, right? Which is exactly there, yeah? And here's where I was telling you, you see? The 2 marks. And when we turn it over, this replacement panel doesn't have that feature in it, yeah? It doesn't lift up like what you see here. You know, this is coming along here, and then it goes up and across and down, and we have our 2 spot welds. So that has to be put into that panel, yeah? Otherwise it won't be right, and our dimensions we'll just lose our dimensions, yeah? So again, over on this corner you can see what's going on, yeah? Now there was a previous patch put on here. You can see the double skin there, yeah? When I get the door up and I'm doing the skinning on the outside skin, you'll get to see more of it, right? And how I approach the rest of this. This video is going on a bit, but you can see, right, along there you can see, you haven't really, you won't have missed anything, guys, because by the time I get from here down, really, again, you know, it's rotted there, it's rotted here, yeah? There's nothing, you know, it's paper thin, yeah? Don't know if you can see that. Paper thin, so yeah. So what we've got to do now is we've got to cut. Next is tidy this up. Take the 2, you know, take this off. Remove it from the bracket with the 2 plug welds, spot welds, factory spot welds. And create the same indentation on here, right, on this panel, and cut it and make it fit, yeah? I think we're about 28-30, and I've got some other slides and shots, photographs that I've taken of this project before I even started filming today. So what I think I'll do is I think we'll leave it at that, guys, yeah? And I'll continue on filming, and I'll put the next one out again. You know, yeah, I think that's enough. You know, you get the idea. Okay, guys, that's it from me, and of course His Majesty, yeah? You, Buster, say bye. Okay, guys, thanks for coming back and watching this, and yeah, I've got some stuff under wraps over there as well, which is more content down the road, probably take me through the winter. I haven't been around a lot. I apologize for that. Like I said before, I can do this sometimes, and other times I can't do it at all, yeah? Dims the brakes, I suppose. That's how it goes. But I'm glad to be kind of back on this. The weather has warmed up. I feel much better. And I'm going to continue on. I've got to get these doors done for a friend, yeah? I mean, he's waiting on them, and they should have been done a long time ago, really. But he understands. I do it when I can, right? That's how it works. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you know, it'll be of interest to you. And if you know, come back, and if, of course, if you haven't subscribed, guys, yeah, just hit the like and the subscribe. Leave a comment if you have a question. Leave a comment. and I'll get on making the next one and try and, you know, so that anyone, you know, you guys that are doing this or want to know, thinking about doing it, you'll see the finished project. And yeah, look, I mean, this is what we'll, you know, you've seen it. If you've been around, you've seen it before. Yeah, you know exactly the kind of quality and where we're going with this, right? So yeah, I don't know if I've said at the beginning in this video or not, but I haven't finished the red bus. So the red bus will be, as soon as I get these doors done, guys, the red bus is coming back in, and hopefully this year we'll get it sorted. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Hopefully this year, and then I can get another project, one of my own projects. Like I say, I've got two things hiding over there on the corner. Yeah, and maybe you'd like to guess and see what you think down the bottom. And don't you guys, I know some of you will know what it is, so don't go spoiling it for the others now. Alright, Mick? Okay, boys. Ciao. Take it easy. Come on, let's get a cup of tea. You going in? Are we going in? Right? Come on, we'll go in. Right? Get a cup of tea. Get a cup of tea. We're going in. Get a cup of tea.